Welcome to our 5 on 5. Please welcome back Jessica Gomez, CEO of Medford-based Rogue Valley Microdevices. How are you doing today? Good to see you again.
Doing great. How are you?
Good. So we're talking today about your appointment to the governor's state health care committee. Congratulations, first off.
Thank you.
So what is the committee tasked to do?
So the committee is set up to look at cost growth over time and set some targets. It's a benchmarking committee, meaning we're looking at per capita cost growth for healthcare, both insurance and delivery, right? Mm-hmm. And we're trying to prevent that from sort of rolling out of control. We've got costs have grown 3 times that amount of than that of salaries, and so as you look at how families are doing overall, healthcare is becoming a bigger and bigger chunk of their income. It's almost 25% now.
Wow, okay, so I don't know if you reached out to the governor to express an interest in this or if she reached out to you. Why do you feel like this is a good fit for you?
Well, I did some work, so I sit on the board of OBC, which is Oregon Business Council, and they're more of a policy-based organization. We look at things like poverty, business issues, and I was doing some work on healthcare. And so through that process is how the governor's office knew that I was interested in healthcare and reached out to me to be one of the business members on the committee. Mm-hmm.
And you talked just a moment ago about the increased cost of insurance versus what we're making per se. As a CEO, as a businesswoman, you probably see that firsthand. How does that experience for you and your company inform your perspective on this?
Oh, it's huge for us. I mean, it's part of the reason why I became so interested in this in the first place. I mean, we have a company of right about 25 employees. Our company made a decision early on when we first started that we were going to pay for healthcare premiums 100% for our employees and their families. And as the costs have grown, that has become a bigger and bigger expense for us. And what I've noticed, and I argue this every time I meet with our broker every year, that I say, okay, we know we're going to pay more. Tell me, am I going to get a better care package for employees? And it's almost impossible to do. With what's happening. We've got deductibles that are growing. I mean, most people have between a $3,000 and a $6,000 deductible for an individual. Mm-hmm. And so it's really tough. And we have lots of people that are, let's say, on OHP that don't have an out-of-pocket cost, right? And then what happens is as those reimbursements they have a cap, so they're only allowed to grow cost in that system by 3.4%. So as that's kind of being squeezed a little bit, it's not keeping pace with the rest of healthcare growth, right? That cost gets shifted onto employers and people in the private market that are buying private insurance. So, someone who doesn't have employer-sponsored healthcare that has to go out and buy on the open market they are really seeing these huge increases in premiums.
Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
Yeah.
Much more in just a moment. Stay with us.
Thank you.
Welcome back to our 5 on 5. We're going to be here with Jessica Gomez, CEO of Rogue Valley Microdevices, also on the Oregon State Healthcare Committee appointed by Governor Kate Brown. So you guys are meeting, you just appointed recently in the last month or so, you guys are meeting about every month for roughly the next year. Mm-hmm. Is the goal to kind of help people with insurance costs? Well,
again, the goal is to set that benchmark on sort of growth, right? To figure out what that looks like and then take a look at transparency and then how to hold the system accountable for making sure that they stay within those growth parameters that are established. There's also a quality component. So we'll be looking at quality of care because as you start to look at cost and bringing down costs, you always want to make sure that the system is able to deliver a high quality of care.
Sure. Okay. And obviously you're a Latina. Is your background going to be, can it be an asset to the committee?
I think everybody has a unique perspective.
Sure.
Coming from a minority background, a female CEO, tech company brings a unique perspective, just
Absolutely.
like many of the other members that we have on the committee. We have people that represent different pieces of the healthcare system. We have someone representing CCOs, we have people representing private health insurance, the hospital systems, and then individual primary care providers.
Okay.
So there's a whole group there that is really looking to work collaboratively to figure out how to do this in Oregon. Because there's some models out there. There's models that came from the East Coast. They did something similar in Massachusetts and Rhode Island. But those are different, right?
Sure.
Every state has their nuances and sort of things that are unique about each state. And so we're trying to take what they did and adapt it to Oregon and really make it our own and work for us.
Well, certainly with costs rising, especially
Yeah.
this time of year, people
Yeah.
are looking at their options. It's a good time to have you in. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.